What up, y'all? BT. Sorry for the early delay. If you got any pause like I wasn't gonna say anything, y'all know that's not the case. Anytime y'all see me on here doing videos, y'all know I got something to talk about crazy, and today is no exception. The last few videos, I do apologize. Well, I'm not gonna apologize, but I wanted to kind of go in a different direction and do one of my first tech reviews about, some stuff that I've been messing around with. I haven't done a Zoom review. I probably won't do one because there's really no need. The Zoom I own is old school. The new one is now the Gears of War, and plus it's a larger hard drive, point blank. Anyway, what I will get into, and actually almost, you might as well say I'm going back to this story because this was something that hit home for me not too long ago, is about men and women. And this topic is actually not going to be biased for once. I'm actually going to end up making sense by giving both men and women not only their fair respect, but their harsh criticism on ways of improving themselves or improving ourselves. I have a blog that I've been working on. A lot of y'all that know me know I waste no time. I do videos and I do blogs about topics that really hit home. The blog itself is called Men and Women, Inside and Outside. Point blank is this simple. Men and women have two different ways of thinking. And the problem is that both sexes don't think the same. And here's what I mean. When it comes to a man looking at a woman, he's looking at the physical. He's looking at the appearance. He's looking at the body. He's looking at the titties. He's looking at the ass. He's looking at what he can do to attempt to satisfy her or seduce her. The money thing and trying to be there and please her, that comes with time, and a lot of times they don't realize that realistically, women are after or actually would prefer a guy that can stimulate their mind more than stimulate their body. They would like that and they would want that over time, but more or less they want to just have someone that cares for them and wants to be there for them, not somebody that's looking at them as a piece of meat. I know that's like a cold throw to say, but it's 100% true. So that's more or less how men look at women a lot, or how men see things. Women are looking at it from the inside point of view. And when I say it from the inside point of view, I mean it as women think about how a guy is, how he treats his family, how he treats his parents. More or less, realistically, almost what it comes down to is depending on the connection, how he treats his mother, how he is as a person, how much he has to talk about, if they're on the same page, if he can be diverse and not just spend time talking about them, the couple all the time, talking about sports, politics, movies, things of that nature. And what's so interesting about this, and I'm almost feeling like I'm going to have to set this as an 18 and up video because it's going to kind of be strong but true. Women more or less look at it as they're felt. Like when it comes, okay, here's a clean cut way of putting it without even sugarcoating it. Anyone that listens to old school music or listens to R&B has heard of the artist, rest her soul, Minnie Riperton. She did a video, and she did a song actually not too long ago called Inside My Love. If you haven't heard it, let me know. I'll see if I can put the link in the video or do something to hook you up. But what I'm saying that to say that a woman, when it comes to love and when it comes to feeling and when it comes to affection and when it comes to attraction, it's all internal. For men, it's external. Like you physically get involved and you physically love the person. You eventually become emotionally attached to the person, but it has to be a mutual thing. And that's what happens a lot of times, is that men get involved but the woman isn't really into it, or women get really heavy into it and the guy's just there just to get his and keep it moving. And that's been like a trend, and it's been a big problem with relationships. And it also spins into my other point, which I'm hoping to cap off this blog before I go to work, because it's almost 11 and I'm trying to get that. It's almost like probably about 95-96% done. But what I'm spinning into it, or what I'm adding that's most important, is that when a woman how can I put it? When a woman has been with a man before and he's dealt with someone and it didn't work out for whatever reason, when you get into the next relationship, and men, we mess up in this department too. Let me be sure that I'm saying this right. When men mess up, women do it just, when women mess up, men doing it just as well. Instead of us moving forward and being embracing of what we have now, we spend time circulating or revolving the door that shouldn't be revolved, bringing up relationships from the past and what didn't work in those relationships. Half the time the reason a relationship ain't worked was because of the person that you looking at in the mirror every day. And you just don't want to admit that. Food for thought. But what I'm saying behind that is that you can't spend, you have to spend less time bashing and more time producing and caring. Like, if you don't love someone, or if you don't show interest in somebody, or even worse, if you say things that don't draw a guy to be attracted to you or a girl to be attracted to you, it makes the relationship not even have a chance of having a pulse. So you're practically wasting each other's time, and you might as well just go your separate ways. Which is why, as I've told my friend, and as I'm telling people slowly but surely, I'm breaking out of that habit. Because what happened to me in my past has nothing to do with now. It's the reason why I am who I am, true, but it's not the reason why I haven't. It's hard to word that, but it's more like it has to do with more than anything. You can't blame others for what you have done or what choices have come up, because it takes two to tango. If things didn't work out, you have an opportunity to make it work. If you try to make it work and it still don't work, then you had to let go. If you had to let go, let go. Don't hold on and bring, because when you bring, when men bring, when women bring, that's what causes, as De La Soul calls it, shopping bags. Carrying the shopping bags and carrying the bags, the bag lady, Erykah Badu, I'm going all into the music realm with this one. That's when the chaos comes up. And I'm sorry if y'all caught the sun in the eye thing, but you know, what I'm talking about is most important, because this is serious. I don't really think people really understand why relationships don't work or why marriages don't work. It's because A, we give up too easily. B, we think that everything's supposed to be handed to us on a silver platter, which it is not. But we think that. So it's almost like the thought of it being that way makes us believe that, whatever, that's how it should be, end of discussion. But that's not true. So you have to be willing to either invest the time or let the person know from the beginning, look, I want something serious, but we need to get his time and let it grow. And if the other person who's trying to talk to you understands that, then it makes it an easier process. I know you're slicing the bread very thin with that. I don't want to say ham or meat, because that's just open wound with no knife. But you're slicing the bread very thin, trying to make a sandwich with that one. And it's not easy, but you only can work with what you're given. They say it's a high female to male ratio, you know, all that's good and dandy, but fellas, if you need to really get involved, you need to settle with one and stop playing games and fooling these other girls. Ladies, the same goes for you. If you want one man, be with one man. Don't say you want this man, but you want to deal with these other men on the side. Because when you're doing that much management, it's out of control. I'm going to cap this video off. That little beep reminds me that I need to just give it up and let it go. I hope y'all enjoy it. This is going to be one of my first videos in a while, because I haven't done this to my Facebook and MySpace peoples. What up? Apologize on that Twitter freeze for a minute. Y'all know I'm back, as you can see on Facebook. MySpace, I'm hoping I can get something to do it on there too, but that's another story. If you don't know what I'm talking about, TM, this is for you. Nah, I'm kidding. You know how we do. Anyway, love is love. Y'all be good, stay safe, man. BT coming off, hitting the realness, always trying to come back with y'all and let y'all know what's popping, man, because like I said, that 200 thing is not even a priority. It's just about making videos that are worth looking at, that have good quality and have a good message. And that's what we are here to do. Alright? Deuces!